Sly Cooper. One of those franchises that I only got into a couple of years back, but ended up really loving the first time I played the first game. I was well acquainted with stealth games, most notably with Metal Gear Solid, which was a fantastic game on the PlayStation. And with every game on my belt, it's time to talk about it all, starting with the original on the PlayStation 2. There is an HD collection, but I really didn't want to give those a shot as A, I wanted to review the original versions to see if they held up well today, and B, I've seen how the HD collection handled 2 and 3, so I'm gonna stay away from the glitches if that's fine with everyone else. Sly Cooper is a thief from a long line of master thieves. When he was a child, he was about to inherit the family book that logs the adventures and tactics of the Cooper clan, the Thievious Raccoonus. But a band of thieves known as the Fiendish Five break into the Cooper's home and kills Sly's father and takes away the pieces of the Thievious Raccoonus. Broken alone, he was taken to an orphanage where he met his two best friends, Bentley the Brains and Burry the Burden. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Bentley the Brains and Murray the Burden. With a team of thieves, they ransack police headquarters to steal Sly's files and learn about the Fiendish Five, take them down and reclaim his book. Also, Sly is a freaking vandal. Look at how he destroys Carmelita's office, just destroying every book for cheap change. Oh hello, Mr. Hokio, how are you doing? I hate Hokio! Though another unexpected foe gets into the action. Detective Carmelita Fox. She's a cop who thinks every criminal is the same and wants every one of them behind bars. Sly is way too clever to be taken so easily, also kinda helps the fact that she's a horrible shot. She couldn't even take a criminal out unless someone else helped her. And yes, that happens 4 times in this game. Some detective. The game kinda has this 3-sided battle going on between Sly, the Fiendish Five, and Carmelita. Not many games, or any kind of media for that matter, really does this often. It's so great to see how it's handled. Your first stop is Sir Raleigh the Frog, the chief machinist, born wealthy turned pirate. His hideout is where you're going to learn the basics of the game. Snaking is the name of the game, and you can't take any hits or you're gone. Luckily, your foes can't take any more than 1 hit themselves, 2 at most, so learning to be stealthy and striking at the right time is very crucial. Though the coin collectibles will really help you in terms of your health. If you get 100 coins, you'll get a Lucky Charm, which will protect you in 1 hit. Getting another 100 coins will give you a Gold Lucky Charm, which means 2 hits, and then another 100 will give you an extra life. Every hideout has 7 stages and a boss area. Most stages are handled similar to a Crash Bandicoot level, where you have a goal to get to, collect the clue bottles, and get the treasure key at the end. The clue bottles aren't like boxes from the Crash games though. Collecting every bottle in this stage allows you to open the vault of that stage, and the vaults include some pretty awesome power-ups and techniques. You get stuff like the dive and slowing time, which aren't very handy since taking out enemies with your cane is just good enough. But abilities like the roll and time forwarding are just amazing, are super useful for backtracking. And yeah, there's a good amount of it. But it's really not all that bad since the camera is very easy to move. Though for this game it's reversed and you can't really change it. I kinda wish you could. But going back to the vaults, you also get these blueprints for each specific hideout. Though all it does is highlight bottles and breakables, and that's kind of underwhelming, especially when you do it 4 separate times. With that, most of the levels in Raleigh's hideout are pretty much the same except for this minigame level. While most levels follow the linear level design, some stray away for a different twist. These levels only have a key, so you don't have to worry about bottles or vaults. This level in particular is just shooting treasure chests and crabs. It's slightly more fun than it sounds. But with that, you fight the frog and really... yeah, this fight's shit. With its defeat, we head over to take out Mugshot in Mesa City, Utah, even though Mesa City is actually in Arizona, but whatever. Mugshot was actually bullied as a kid, but after seeing his first gangster film, he trained so he can become one himself, and with that power, he became a member of the Fiendish Five. A pretty interesting character, and honestly, they say he isn't very smart, but when we meet him for the first time, he seems pretty okay in the intelligence department. The world is also really cool. In fact, it's probably my favorite location in the game aesthetic-wise. A desert casino in a ghost town is just a neat idea for this kind of game. Mugshot's hideout also includes 2 types of gameplay styles, both involving our good friend Murray. One of them is a shooting level to protect Murray from threats, and I think this one's pretty fun, though friendly fire makes it a tad unnerving throughout these levels. The other type is racing with the team van, and these are the worst part of the game bar none. The van has ridiculously slippery traction, and the other racers feel a little too fast. Even when you grab and use nitro cans, it doesn't feel like that big of a boost. The only good thing that came from this race was the glitch that I encountered at the end. I mean, if it was softlock like I thought it would have been the end of my PS2. but it fixed itself, so I can laugh at it now. Okay, I technically lied. There is another gameplay type. Somewhat. It's a chase scene with Carmelita, and these levels are some of the best parts of the game in my opinion. Shame it only happens twice in the game. It's exactly what it sounds. It's a normal level, but you're dodging Carmelita's gunshots. They would have worked better if they were faster than a dying cat, though, Carmelita. Just saying. Again, all of these appear only twice in the game, so it's kind of a shame. Well, technically the Murray stages happen 3 times. I'll explain later. And then we had the fight with Mugshot, and his fight, unlike Sir Ralph before him, is really good. It requires fast reflexes to dodge his bullets, actual bullets, and you have to hit the mirrors to overheat his guns. Don't ask how that works. Do that 3 times and he's done. After his defeat, you go to Haiti to fight Miss Ruby. She was raised by mystics, and with her love for dead bodies, the people are understandably terrified of her, and she wants to take revenge on everyone because of it. Okay. I love the haunted swamp look too. I know it's not very original, but I still love it. 2 of the levels in this area involved a new jet ski looking thing. The shooter level wasn't all too bad, but like the van race, the Piranha Lake level was way too frustrating to get any enjoyment out of it. There's also a level about killing chickens so a ghost can make gumbo out of them. Nothing to note except how and why a ghost would want gumbo. Since there isn't much to say here, let's talk about the presentation. While it's not amazing, the game looks pretty good and animates very well. The animated cutscenes are also a treat to look at, though they are a little stiff for the most part. On the topic of animations, the ones during the 3D cutscenes are jarring to say the least. Some characters have repeating animations with moving heads like Ms. Ruby, and some characters feel like animatronics like Sly himself. Ugh, it's kinda creepy. Back on point, the fight with Ms. Ruby is strange, and I say that in the best way. It's a rhythm game where you have to hit the right symbols to dodge her magic. I also like how the spells are just zip, zap, voo, and do. That's kind of funny. Next up, we have the Panda King. He was born to poverty and was fascinated by fireworks. During his life, he studied the art of fireworks and tried to show it to the noblemen. Because of his attire, however, they denied his talent and took revenge by killing everyone with his own work. Damn, that is straight up psychotic. I love Chinese-inspired areas, so of course this hideout would look amazing. But his stage consists mostly of rehashed ideas from other hideouts, like the jet ski, both Murray missions, and the Carmelita chase scene. So instead of talking too much about it, let's talk about the characters. This is some of the strongest lineup of heroes, villains, and antagonists I've seen in a platformer. The Cooper Gang feel like a strong team and have a relatable friendship between them. Disagreements for sure, but they get through them to achieve their missions. The villains are also really great, except for Sir Retard over here. Each have their strong motives and have their reasons for doing what they do to everyone around them and the Cooper clan. The Panda King is actually my favorite out of the Fiendish 5. It's very relatable to be shunned and judged by many people, and I empathize with that. He also seems to have a bit of respect for Sly Cooper, seeing how they are in mutual situations, being thieves that aren't understood by the outside world. But since they have different modes and personalities, that still makes them bitter enemies. And while his boss fight is standard, it's actually perfect considering Panda King is more of a fighter than a straight up thief, unlike the other characters. And now for the leader of the Fiendish 5, Clockwork. I'll talk about his character later, just know that it's pretty mysterious. Clockwork's lair is just a combination of attacks you do one by one. From a rail shooter against mines and robotic falcons, screw these things, to collecting computer monitors with the van, as well as taking out these lava monsters. Oh, how I hated this thing, and you already know why. Just look at this! I just barely won that! But then you have a small sneaking section to save Carmelita, and obviously it's a trap. After that, Bentley tries to save them with his hacking prowess, and honestly this mission is actually kind of fun, if not a little difficult. These damn Robo Falcons will never leave me alone, shoo damn you! And with that, he saves Sly and Carmelita, and they work together to go after Clockwork. After this cool little shooting segment and this obstacle course, you get Carmelita's jetpack, and yeah, it's new, but the introduction is quick and easy to understand. But with that, we fight the Big Bird himself, and oh boy, his pass is quirky. Or should I say, clockworky.
Enough.
Okay, so apparently this guy had so much hate and jealousy stored inside him, it let him live for thousands of years. And with that immortality, he made sure that he lived to kill off the Cooper clan. But damn it, we're Sly Cooper, and we can beat the living shit out of him with Carmelita's trusty jetpack and her shotgun. Yeah, he's more of a stealer than a fighter. His fight is pathetically easy. It's sad when the hardest part of the fight is his head knocking you off at the end if you're too quick to get him. But we knock him down in probably the most humiliating way possible, and we get probably the cutest yet hilarious cutscene. I always love watching that. With the game finished, damn, I love going back to this game. It's certainly not as amazing as 2 or 3, but if you want to get into the series, the first game is a good way to start. Bear in mind the game can be a bit glitchy, though strangely I discovered all of these firsthand only from the recording sessions, so maybe I just had some crazy luck. But the game is great from start to finish, with a few small annoyances, but overall, it's a good package all around. Oh yeah, before I forget, there's also these time trials called Master Thief Sprints. I collected all of them way back when I did the Let's Play on my previous channel, and they are a blast to go through. I recommend having fast roll and the new time stopper technique you get from collecting every page to make sure it's a little more comfortable. But that's it for Sly 1, guys. Next time, we'll be taking a look at Sly 2, Band of Thieves. And like I said, this is a better game. But how great is it overall? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. I'll play with you guys next time.
Find out a couple of pictures and then go home. Anybody you recognize here?
Nah.
Huh?
I don't hang out with animals, man. I don't
Which one is he? Does this ring a bell? Which one? You're sitting here
lying to me, wasting my time. You're a liar, and I know you're a liar. Ask me here. Is it this one? How about that one, huh?
Sly Cooper, he's one cunning, devious, Thievious Raccoonus. Rated E for everyone.
Welcome to the commercial outtakes for Sly Cooper. He's one cunning, devious, Thievious Raccoonus. He's also one pretty bad actor.